Greetings, Commanders! Welcome back to Tuesday Newsday. I'm your host, Melt. Well, today we're going to be talking about the phrase, gotcha. If you guys have been watching Ridiculous Badgers channel, and a lot of the chat and Discord and line has been about the issues with Seven Pirates marketing and just their overall community management, and it's something I try to avoid as often because it's a lot to do with drama, and I'm not going to go into in depth on the news day. I'm just going to say this: gotcha. If you're wondering why today's news isn't about the Hercules and Perseus new gym sets, it's because no one has them, or people do have them, but people are afraid to invest into them, and they're extremely expensive, and the developers don't launch a marketing video. There's no one to show you what these things can do. And this game is so incredibly expensive, it's kind of risky to go and get them because the skills on them don't seem very good. Getting freeze armor, it doesn't seem like a great thing to get on Hercules. The resistance thing seems interesting, but we just don't know exactly how it works, and we think it's going to be meta-defining. But it's just, they've got us. Gotcha. That's the term. They got us, right? That's why the marketing is dishonest. They'll do anything to get you to download the game, because once they get your money, they know they got you. And we've been trying as a community to make them more accountable to the players. It's been years. Give us better marketing. Give us better engagement. Tell us what these things are. Don't hotfix things without telling us what they are. Give us better change logs. They just don't care enough about the players. They might think they do. They might say they do. But because Ark of War has been so disappointing, I've been searching for other games to play. Eve Echoes is coming. For those of you guys that don't know what Eve is an MMO. It's been around for 14 years. It's like Ark of War. I think it's what Ark of War wanted to be, but for mobile games. Well, Eve Online is now becoming its online variant, but it's going to be a smaller, tighter game. If you want to know really what it is, well, here's the gameplay footage for Eve Echoes. Now, this is real footage. This is actually from their game. This looks like an Ark of War ad, but it's actually Eve Echoes. Okay? You get ships, right? You get your own ships. They're kind of like commanders. You get different weapons and loadouts and shields. Some are more tanky. Some use drones. Some use energy weapons. Some use rockets. I've been playing for a week trying to just catch up on what this is because, like with any new game, there's going to be a learning curve. Eve Echoes, or Eve Online has one of the steepest learning curves. From my experience in the last week, it's like any other MMO. You've got your character, you got skills, they give you a ship, there's a couple tutorials and training missions. You just spend time doing it. The only thing that's disappointing is they overwhelm you with a user interface at first, and you go, oh my god, what is all this? How do I find anything? But as you play over and over, more and more, you pick it all up, and it's not as fun and engaging as you might want. At least EVE Online isn't. I feel like EVE Online, I'm just doing so much learning. EVE Echoes, I expect to be a lot different. They know it's a mobile game. They need it to be faster paced. They need it to be more PvP. But you can do anything. It's total sandbox. You can be a miner. You can be a corporation builder. You can be a PvP, or you can kill players and destroy their ships and loot it. It's like there's a brutality to it like Ark of War. But this comes out in 3 weeks, right? There's a brutality to it in Ark of War. You can't zero someone entirely, but you can destroy their entire ship. They just respawn back at their home base with all their money. At least they lose their ship and their loadout, which can be very expensive. So like the PvP aspect can be very punishing, but it's not as brutal as Ark of War, and the pay to win element is not nearly as severe. Now they do have packs, so that's going to be a thing. And of course it is. That's the modern meta right now. With gaming anyway. Anyway, that's kind of what's going on the channel. I wanted to do videos about Hercules and Perseus. I don't know why the developers don't want to just give me the stuff to put it out there. I'm done fighting them every day. It's just been every day for months and months trying to become an official sponsored channel, and it's just, I'm done, man. I'm done trying to play their game. So that's why I launched the Patreon thing, which takes us to part 2 of the news. This is the last call. We're having a challenge coin made. A while back, Star and SSS made a coin, an actual coin for Ark of War community, their guild. This was a Court of Stars for their alliance. We're doing something similar. These are the designs. They are going into production Thursday morning. Right now, we're doing 400 coins. That covers all the patrons and all the patrons who want to buy extra coins for their guild members. So if you're already a patron of the channel, the $10 a month minimum Founders Club, you will get the coin for next month's patron gift. I just send it out to you for free. So they're not for sale, but if you want to be a patron, you get them for free. And if you want to buy more, they're $7 each if you want me to ship them, or I can just send you a bunch. They're like $4.30. They're really cheap. So I'm doing it at cost, And if you want them, here they are. You've got 24 hours to figure it out. Email me. My email's in the description below, or hit me up on Patreon. But don't hit me up online. I get too many messages online. Just email me or do the Patreon thing. Links to that are in the description below. I'd like to get to 500 coins. I know it's a lot of shipping I have to do, but this is one of those things we've been wanting to do for so long. Like this is worth the time. I don't mind sitting in front of my shipping computer and doing 400 shipments if it's for Ark of War coins. So the designs were made. Just all us. This is all us. This is all owned by us. This isn't anything to do with Ark of War assets. And it's just celebrating the community for 2020. I think it's really cool. If you want to learn more about it, check in the description below. Now, as far as Tuesday Newsday is concerned, I will cover one more thing, and that is the new commander, Orochi. We've had a week to play with him, and the results are disappointing. It's one of those things where we know his heal is going to be really good. It's a big heal. And I put that in last week's video. It still doesn't solve a couple of the major problems for airships. It doesn't solve the dual blades issue. It doesn't solve the steam cannon for the airship commanders. So it seems like Lady and Beast is still the best defense comm, with Black's the best offense skill. I'll do a video on that. I called it the Black Beast, where Black was the best commander with Lady and Beast's skill, but it's a lot easier to get the best offense to level 30, which is Black's skill, and then put it on Lady and the Beast, as opposed to getting Lady and the Beast's destructive power ability and putting it on Black. So if you're going down that road doing the defense build for Lady and Beast or Black, I'd say main Lady. And I'll put some data out there, kind of like I did with Mysterious Warrior versus Stella, just to kind of show you guys which their 20% skills are better. As it turned out, both their 20% skills aren't very good at all. They really don't affect the build very much, because it's very polarizing in getting that destructive power, the best offense trigger. Lady and Beast's skill does break through Rogers, which is nice, but Black's skill actually adds defense and accuracy, which you don't necessarily want accuracy because you want to miss. So little give and take there. But of course, that has nothing to do with Orochi. This was supposed to be fixing Rogers and Reinhardt. It just hasn't really played out. But I do believe that there's a build out there where this guy is the best at something. It's just, I'm not ready to throw $1,000 down to figure it out, because I don't want to spend $20,000 on the research to prove it, because I can't just simulate the research. It's 300% difference in power depending on the research. It's not apples to apples. So, always if players want to submit the content just to make it possible for other players to learn, I'm happy to do it. Please send it to me. But it seems like an overwhelming kind of response to the community right now is Orochi's kind of a dud. And that's kind of a fault of the developers. I don't know if they're just not putting the marketing information out there, or maybe isn't as good as everyone wanted him to be. But I don't want to drag Tuesday Newsday on any longer. EVE Echoes is in a couple of weeks. If you want to play EVE Online just to try it out, to get your feet wet so you're not a total noob, it's free to play. You can download it. It's a big game on computer only at this time. You can't get into the beta for EVE Echoes until 3 more weeks from now. I don't know if I'm going to fully commit to the channel on EVE Echoes, just so we're clear. I don't plan on quitting Ark of War, but I do plan on playing it. Absolutely plan on playing it. I love space sim games. I want to be in a big sandbox game. I like the sick graphics. I like the ships. I like the idea of being able to explore anything and have massive corporations. I've had a lot of fun on EVE Online. So yeah, that's kind of where that's at right now. Melt's not going anywhere. The channel's not going anywhere. I'm not going to launch a second channel or anything like that. That's just kind of what it is. So this video doesn't need to be any longer. That's Tuesday Newsday. My name is Melt. Thanks for watching. I will see you guys tomorrow.